Hey everybody, Pastor Grant, and I wanted to say thanks for taking a quick minute to connect with us and have a little bit of a, I guess, one-sided conversation about what to expect this coming weekend at Knox, and in particular, in terms of public worship as we move into what is a new phase of COVID restrictions in our province. And so the primary thing that I want to address in this video is something that you may have already seen in the e-notes, and that is the decision that Session has made regarding masking at public worship and in our building for the next couple of weeks. So Session had a discussion and decided that it would be best to continue asking you and us to wear masks while we are in the building together. There's a number of reasons why this is the decision that has been made. But the primary thing that I do want to address is that in doing this, we are staying in step with the Hamilton School Board in supporting the health of our kids coming back from March break and over the next few weeks as they return to in-person classes. So that's number one. It's good for us to support our schools and our teachers and those who have been working with the kids in our communities over the last 2 years through this pandemic. So that's number one. And then number two, the thing that I want to address kind of internally is a culture that needs to become very explicit and very prevalent in our buildings, in our groups, and as we gather together. And that is to say that we know that over this next season of diminishing restrictions, and eventually when it comes to dropping the mask requirement, we know that that is going to make certain people more comfortable to attend. We also know that that is going to make other people less comfortable. It's also going to put us into situations where you may want to have a conversation with somebody who is wearing a mask and you're not wearing a mask, or where you are wearing a mask and they may not be wearing a mask. And so what we want to encourage you to do is to have those conversations. If you're not wearing a mask and you want to talk to somebody who is, then approach them and say, hey, would you like me to put a mask on? I would do that for you. Or can we connect outside? Let's have a conversation outside. We want to make sure that as we move through this next season of life, we are going the extra mile in caring for one another. And so the first way we're doing that is by asking you to continue to wear your mask when you come to the building. We know that this is an extra measure. We know that it is not like many of the places and spaces that you will go throughout your week. But we also are starting to see things like most people continuing to wear a mask when they go shopping, or many people continuing to put it on when they approach somebody to talk to them, like to talk to your neighbor. And so for the next few weeks, please continue to bring your mask when you come to worship. Please continue to wear it when you enter the building. And also know that over the next few weeks, Session is going to continue to meet and discuss how and when we are going to remove that requirement for public worship. So again, we know that this is going to maybe create questions. It's maybe going to rise something inside of you that you want to discuss. And for that, we're grateful. Please know that you can always reach out to me or to anybody on Session. Best bet, just give me a call at the office or send me a text or an email, and let's start a conversation there. Because we want you to feel heard, and we want you to know that we care about your health, we care about your safety, and we care about returning to a in-person public worship that is life-giving and that encourages and challenges us all. So again, we are praying for you, and we hope that you are having a good week, and I do hope to see you Sunday for worship.